Hi, good morning, everyone. So, if you are joining us this morning, we are going to be practicing a breathwork practice for times of change. So, as we know, the season of autumn is upon us, and it's really a time for transition. And in the season of autumn, we really learn the process of letting go and allowing a sort of death to occur in order to hibernate and nourish ourselves to await a rebirth and a reawakening in the time of spring. But often this time of letting go can be really challenging and can bring up a lot of emotions. And right now, especially nationally in the United States, we're experiencing quite the season of change as we anticipate the election coming up and really also look to what the season of winter is going to bring us in terms of the global pandemic and health and what the holidays are going to look like. And many people are facing many challenges and many differences right now in life, the way that we approach the holiday season and large gatherings, and the way that we might be mourning for the loss of loved ones and just the loss of the way things used to be, the loss of the old normal. So this practice of breath work is obviously going to be really grounding and a way of practicing acceptance for the times at hand and what is alive right now. And it also will help to serve you in future moments of transition and change that you might experience. So I'm going to invite us now to just get settled into a posture that works for us. So if you find yourself seated on the floor right now, it's nice to have a cushion to prop yourself up so that your hips are above your knees. And you really want your knees to be grounded on the floor beneath you, sort of creating a tripod so that your spine can sit erect, naturally elongated. And if you're on a chair or the couch, I encourage you to scoot to the edge of your seat so that you can have both feet planted firmly on the ground, again for a good solid foundation, allowing for that upright spine to happen naturally in support of your body, support of your breath, and just support of the practice as a whole. So as you find a seat and a posture that works for you, I encourage you to close your eyes and really begin to focus your attention inward. Noticing how just the intention of turning inward allows for the distractions in our external environment to begin to subside. Noticing the subtle weight of the sits bones on the cushion beneath you, the way the tops of the thighs naturally fall away from the low belly. Notice the way, without much effort or intention at all, the spine seems to naturally sit erect, vertebra on top of vertebra, extending towards the heavens. Relaxing and letting go of any tension that might be present in the shoulders, in the neck, and in the jaw, perhaps in between the eyebrows. And just begin to tune into the subtle rhythms of your breath. not making any effort to change the breath, but simply noticing each inhale and exhale. Notice the way that the body naturally empties after the fullness of an inhale. And without even missing a beat, the body naturally fills again after the emptiness of each exhale. And beginning now to see if you can just slightly extend the length of each inhale and exhale. So just slowly extending the breath on the inhale, just a tiny bit. Perhaps noticing a slight pause and then extending the length of the exhale by just a fraction of an exhale. Noticing the pause again and returning again to the lengthening of the inhale. Allow this natural lengthening of each inhale and exhale to be quite natural. We're not over-efforting or overextending the breath in any way. It's almost as if by extending the length of each inhale and exhale, we're allowing ourselves to simply enjoy the act of breathing for just a moment longer with each breath. So really take that attitude of delight and enjoyment on this next inhale. Finding delight in the pause before extending through the exhale. Pausing in the empty space before bringing in your next inhale. Continue breathing in this subtle, extended way that feels natural for you. And when you've found a natural rhythm of elongated breathing that works for you, see if you can begin to pay special attention to the beginning of each inhale, noticing the rise and the height of the breath before putting your attention on the end of the inhale, taking a pause, bringing the attention to the beginning of the exhale, the end of the exhale and the emptiness, and pausing again before inhaling. And do this on your own rhythm. You're not necessarily following along with me, but noticing the start and end of your own particular unique rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. Perhaps noticing the ways that the breath naturally comes to a beginning and an end. Noticing the natural fullness of the inhalation and the complete emptiness at the bottom of each exhalation. Perhaps you even feel a subtle sense of longing in that empty space, the desire for new breath to arrive. So this practice is really less about efforting, less about controlling the breath, and more about the exploration of those subtle sensations at the transition moments of the breath. The start, the end, the fullness, the emptiness, the reception, allowing your lungs to fill deeply and completely, and the letting go, emptying and releasing without fear, without gripping or holding on. The breath is such a gentle teacher, such a gentle way of noticing the natural rhythms of being. The natural rhythms of existence, to be filled and emptied, to come to life and to pass away. To receive the joy and the fullness of each moment and to let it go without fear or attachment. And after a few more rounds of breathing in this way, inhaling fully, emptying completely, see if you can just let the breath go. And just sit in the stillness. In this subtle act of inner observation, we may notice thoughts accumulating in the mind, emotions gathering in the heart space, or even sensations coming alive in the body. See if you can sit in stillness long enough to notice that even these thoughts, emotions, and sensations, even these naturally pass and have natural rhythms of coming and going. Our breath and internal landscape can be our greatest teacher in teaching us the true nature of all things. If you find that your mind has wandered, bring it back to the breath, back to that rhythm of enjoyment, really appreciating the elongation of the inhale and the extension of the exhale. When you're ready, bringing your hands together at heart center and bowing in gratitude. Gratitude for the practice and the breath which guides us. Gratitude for this moment and opportunity of communion and connection. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that this practice of breathwork for times of change really helps to serve you in grounding and rooting deeply during moments of transition. Thank you.